Hi, in this lecture we are going to discuss about what is meant by shallow and deep copying in Python. We already know how to copy a value from one variable into another. We know that assignment operator can be used. And when we are going to have integers, actually what will happen is when we are using the assignment operator, a separate memory will be allocated and it will copy the value from the original variable into the new variable. That is how it will happen. But when we are going to have like more complex data type like strings or dictionaries or lists, then its case is going to be different. Directly we will go to the terminal and check how it is going to be. So what I was saying was, for example, if I say a is equal to 5 and in the next line I say b is equal to a. Actually I am making a copy of a into b. Integers are simple data type. So what Python does is, it will separately allocate a memory for b. The memory allocated for a is different. It's like room. Okay, a is in one room, b is in the second room. So even if I am going to say a is equal to a plus 2. Okay, so if I print the value of a and c, it is 7. Whereas if I print the value of b, it is 5. It won't be disturbed. Actually, there will be two different copies when we use assignment operator between simple data type like integers, float and so on. But when you are going to have a list or a dictionary or a string, then it is going to just give a alias name for the same memory. When I am going to say L equal to a list, and then the next line, if I am going to say L1 equal to L, then in that case what will happen is it will use the same memory. Consider these two lines. In this line what we are doing is, we are creating a list L with 5 elements, right? And in the next line what I am saying is L1 equal to L. I am storing it. What will be the effect is, we can picturize like this: a memory block is allocated already for L. The same thing will be used for L1 also. No separate memory will be allocated. So how we can verify this is, we can do it in the terminal. Let me say a is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in the next line I am going to say L1 equal to L. Yeah, hereafter if I print L1, it is showing the same value. Now what I am going to do is, I am going to modify the first element of L1, L. I am saying that my first element of L is 6. So if I print L and C, it should be 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. Logically correct. But if I print L1, it should be only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because actually we are making a copy of it when we are thinking that we are making a copy of it when I say L1 equal to L. But if I suppose print L1, we can see that it is also 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is what is the concept actually. Here the same memory only will be shared, and this will be like a alias name. The same block of memory has got two names now. By L also we refer to the same memory, and by L1 also we do refer to the same memory. This is what is called a shallow copying. And when you are using assignment operators with complex data types like strings or lists or dictionaries, we can check this with dictionaries also. So let me say D is equal to a dictionary, okay, 1A I am saying, right, and then I can say 2B, right. There are two elements. Now if I am going to say D1 equal to D, right, if you print D1 you will see the same dictionary is coming. If I am going to say D1 of 1 is equal to C, I am modifying only D1. But if you print D and C, you will see that that is also changed. You can see that the value for the key 1 is also changed in the dictionary D. Actually I was making modification only in D1. This is what is called a shallow copying, right? This is done in Python for the complex data types like lists or dictionaries or whatever we are going to see further in the next few sessions. For those also shallow copying only will be done. So how to avoid it? We may have circumstances where we have to have separate block of memory and to work, right? So how to avoid it is, there are two ways. That is how to achieve deep copying, we can say. There are two ways that we can do. One is by list comprehensions. We can write list comprehensions for that. Other one is we can use copy function. we will see how to do that. So how will I do list comprehension is, let me rewrite. If I am having a list as 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, I am having a list. I want to have another one list L1. Then I will say X for X in L. Here the list will be created. We have already seen this. This is list comprehension, where a list will be created from the elements in L. Okay, L1 is the new list. When I am using list comprehension, then what will happen is a separate block of memory will be allocated and the values will be copied into the new space as it is doing for simple data types. From the original space to the new space, the values will be copied. So if I am going to, for example, say, I can print L1 and see. Now it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I am going to say L1 of 0 is equal to 10. Let me say L1 of 0 is equal to 10. After this, if I print L1, I will see that I have the elements 10, 2, 3, 4. Okay. But if I am going to print L, I will see that it is only 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have achieved actually the copying what is desired by me. This is one way. By writing list comprehensions like this, right, we can create a copy of it, right. Another thing is there is a built-in function copy. So I can say that L2 equal to L dot copy. I can say like this, okay. So here also a separate memory will be allocated for L2 and the contents will be stored there. So I can come here and I can type L2. You will see 1, 2, 3, 4 is there. Now if I am going to modify, L of 3 is equal to 10. Okay. So you will see that if I print L, it is 1, 2, 3, 10. If I am going to print L2, you will see that the value is not getting modified, right. This is called as deep copying, and by these two ways we can achieve in Python, right. And this will be very useful. We have to think. Sometimes if you are getting some weird behavior by the code, you expect something to happen but something else happens, means then this may happen. In my experience, we have seen while we are working with projects also this happens, right. By carelessly, if we are just going to use assignment for copying, and if the code is not going to behave as expected, when we debug the code, we will find that it is doing shallow copying. Due to that only we have encountered that difficulty, right. So you can also practice more on this. Thank you.